Alright students, now we continue with the second part of arithmetic progression. So in the second part of arithmetic progression, we will be finding the sum of n terms of an AP. First we found what is the fifth term, seventh term, nth term. That was the first part. Now we will add up all those terms, even if there is 100 terms or 1000 terms. Rather than physically adding up all those terms, we will find how many terms are there in the sum of all the terms, irrespective of even if there is large number of terms. So sum of n terms is given by the formula n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, where your n is the total number of terms, your a is the first term, d is the common difference, and Sn stands for sum of all the n terms. Now this is a usual formula which is commonly used. If you know this formula, you can do any sum. But sometimes if you know the last term, say the last term, if you don't know how many terms, from the last term by substituting L is equal to an and then using the formula a plus n minus 1d, you can very well use this formula itself. So this is a formula which is to be remembered. But sometimes if you know the first and the last term, then you can directly use the formula n by 2 a plus l to find the sum of n terms. Now on page 218, let's see the first sum. You have the first AP, 8, 3, minus 2, it goes on up to 22 terms. So now a is the first term, that is 8. D is equal to 3 minus 8, that is minus 5. So you have to write the minus, be careful. And the total number of terms given there is 22. There are 22 terms. So sum of n terms, n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, n is 22. 2 times a is 8 plus n minus 1 is 22 minus 1 and d is minus 5. So from that you will get 11, 16, and this is 21 into minus 5, which is minus 105. So 16 minus 105 is minus 89. When you multiply 11 into that, you get minus 979. So that is the sum of all the terms. All the terms means sum of 22 terms. So the sum of all the 22 terms is minus 979. They didn't ask you what is the 22nd term. That is different. Please note that. The 22nd term would have been a different number. You would have had to use the formula an is a plus n minus 1 into d. So you would have had to use that formula to find what is the 22nd term. The question is to find the sum of all these, after adding up all these, sum of all these 22 terms. So we go on to the second sum. Now in question number 2, they have put a plus sign, means they want you to add all these terms and find the sum. So first thing, remember, please don't write all the terms between that and then physically sit and add it, you won't get any marks. Don't write after that the next term is 17.5, then 21 and so on, and write all it and sit and physically add it. You won't get any marks because you are supposed to solve the sum by means of using the AP formula. So here the first term is 7 and the common difference is 10.5 minus 7, that is 3.5. So the last term, you know, either you use the formula for last term, but I prefer using a standard formula for all the sums. So I'll find which term is 84. So I'll find n is equal to what? So an is 84, a plus n minus 1d. So 84 is 7, a is 7 plus n minus 1 into 3.5, the common difference. So when you solve it, you will get n minus 1 as 22, so n is equal to 23. n minus 1 is 22, so n will become 22 plus 1, that is 23. The sum of n terms will be n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Sum of n terms will be 23 by 2, 2 times a is 7, plus n minus 1 is 23 minus 1 into d, d is 3.5. So this, when you multiply, you will get 1046.5 as the sum of all the n terms Of course, here you had found that n is 23rd term. That is, a 23rd term is 84. Total number of terms is 23. So you can find this and find the sum of n terms. You can definitely use the other formula n by 2 a plus l. That would give you, and in that case you don't even have to find how many number of terms are there. But you can't write all the terms and then sit and add it physically and tell that is the sum of all the terms. So that is not allowed. Now, question number 3, you have been given that the sum of 14 terms of an AP is 1050 and the first term is 10. You are asked to find what is the 20th term. Sum is already given of 14 terms. So from that we need to find what is D. So sum of 14 terms is 1050. This is n by 2, so 14 terms, so 14 by 2. 2 into 8, 10, plus n minus 1, n is 14 minus 1 into D. So D you don't know what is the common difference. So from that you get 1050 upon 7 is equal to 20 plus 13D. So therefore you will get this, you will get it as, this is going 150 times, 150 into 7 is 1050. So 150, and when you shift the 20 here it becomes minus 20 and the 13 will come on the denominator. So it becomes 130 upon 13, that is 10. So D will become 10. So now once you know what is your A and D, you can definitely find what is the 20th term. In this case you will substitute n as 20 and using the formula an is a plus n minus 1d, you will get the 20th term as 200. So the 20th term is equal to 200. Now in the fourth sum, again mark this sum important because you will have to think a bit when you are solving it. You have got an AP given 8, 10, 12 up to 126. So the last term is 126 and the first term is 8. Now they have asked you to find the sum of the last 10 terms of this AP. So the simplest thing I am going to do is, instead of finding the last 10 terms, I am going to flip or reverse the AP. I will write it as, I can see there is a common difference of 2. So I will write it as 126, 124, 122 and the first term becomes the last term, that is 8. So I just reverse the AP. Now I will find the sum of the first 10 terms, for which we have direct formula, sum of first 10 terms. So here in this new AP, the first term is 126 and the common difference is 124 minus 126, which is minus 2. So we need to find sum of the first term, 10 terms of the reversed AP. So sum of first 10 terms of the reversed AP, how to find, that we have to see. So in that case, Sn is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, our usual formula. So n is 10, first term is 126, n minus 1 is 10 minus 1 and d is minus 2. When you simplify, you will get minus 1170. So sum of the last 10 terms of the original AP is minus 1170. So that will be the sum of the last, it will be plus because this is plus, so the sum of the last 10 terms is not minus, it would be plus. So there won't be any minus sign, it would be plus 1170. So 252 minus 18 is 234 into 5 will be 1170. So the sum of the last 10 terms of the AP will be directly 1170. Now we go on to the fifth sum. Mark that sum also important because again in that the middle term will come. You have already done ogives and median, so you know how to find the middle term. If it is 11 terms, then that means there is odd number of terms. So if there is odd number of terms, the formula for median or the middlemost term, there will be only one middlemost term, and that would be the value of the n plus 1 by 2 term. So that will be 11 plus 1 upon 2, or the value of the sixth term, that is given as 30. The question says that the middlemost term is 30, So if there are 11 terms, the middlemost term is the sixth term. So the sixth term is 30. So from that we are using an is a plus n minus 1d, so that we get an equation an is a6. If n is equal to 6, so a plus 6 minus 1 into d is 30. So a plus 5d is equal to 30. That is the equation that we have got. Now there are two unknowns, a and b. So when there are two unknowns, you can't solve it if there is only one equation, you have to get a second equation. So immediately when you get the first equation, you know that you will have to use this equation, and from some other data given in the question, you have to frame another equation. So you are also given that the sum of 11 terms of the AP, that you have to find. That is what you are asked. You are not asked what is A and B. You are asked what is sum of 11 terms. So this equation would have to be used in the second equation when you write Sn is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So 11 terms, so n is 11. A and d you don't know, so leave it as it is. A plus n minus 1, 2a plus 11 minus 1d. So if you take 2 common out here from these two terms, so it will become a plus 5d. So 2 is common out, but what is this? This is a plus 5d, this is also same a plus 5d. So instead of a plus 5d, we are going to substitute 30. So 2 times 30 into 11 by 2, the answer, sum of the 11 terms would be 330. That's how you do the fifth sum. Mark both the fourth and the fifth sum, both of them are important. In question number 6, you are asked to find the sum of all the multiples of 7 which lie between 500 and 800. Now 500 and 800 are first of all not part of the AP because they are not a multiple of 7. So when you divide 500 by 7, you don't get a perfect integer with remainder 0. So the first number which is perfectly divisible by 7 after 500 is 504. 504 divided by 7 would have been 7 and 2, 72. So the numbers after that in steps of 7 would be 504, 511, and 800 is not divisible by 7. So the closest number would have been 798. The closest number divisible, that would have given you 100, 114. Would have given you 114, a perfect integer, so it is divisible by 7. So in this sequence or in this series, which is an AP, your first term is 504 and the difference, common difference is 7. So an is a plus n minus 1d. So 798 is 504 plus n minus 1 into 7. So 798 minus 504 upon 7 is n minus 1. So from that you will get 294 upon 7 is n minus 1, or 42 is n minus 1. So n will be 42 plus 1, that is 43. So n will be 43. Now you are asked to find the sum of all those terms in that sequence, which is multiples of 7 and which lies between 500 and 800. So using the formula sum of n terms is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, we get S43 is 43 by 2, 2 times a, that is 504, the first term, plus n minus 1, 43 minus 1 into 7. So when you multiply and find the answer, you get 27,993. That's how you would do that sum. Now we go on to question number 7. So in question number 7, you have been given that the sum of 6 terms is 63. You have been told the sum of the 6 terms is 63 and the ratio of the 10th to the 28th term is 1 upon 2. Find the first term and also find the 15th term. So first thing we have to find a. So here when you use Sn formula, you will get 63 is equal to 6 by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So you will get 63 by 3 is 2a plus 5d. So 21 is 2a plus 5d, or 2a plus 5d is 21, that is equation number 1. Then you have to use the second condition which is given in the question. The question says a10 upon a20 is 1 by 2. So using this condition, you will write a plus 9d upon a plus 19d is 1 by 2. So from that, when you cross multiply and simplify, you will get a is equal to d. So substituting in equation 1, we get a plus 5a is 21, because now you have written d is equal to a. So instead of d, I have written a. So 7a is 21, or a is equal to 3. So that is one of the questions asked, what is the first term? So a is equal to 3. And then you have a15. 15th term is asked. So an is a plus n minus 1d. So a15 is a plus 14d. So you will get a15 as 45. That is the 15th term. These are the two answers which are asked. So whatever answers are asked, when you get it, please highlight what is the first term and what is the 15th term. See, question is 8 says that in an AP there are 29 terms, and it also further says that the sum of the middle 3 terms is 375. So now when there is odd number of terms in the AP, how do you find the middlemost term? Yes, the normal formula for median, that is the middle term, there will be one term, and that would be 15th term. Because n is 29 plus 1 upon 2, so 15th term will be the middlemost term. So what will be the 3 middlemost terms? It will be 14, 15 and 16, because the middlemost term is 15, so one term before that and one term after that. So 14th, 15th and 16th terms will be the 3 middlemost terms of this AP. Now what is the 14th term? You are using the formula an is a plus n minus 1d. So it will be a plus 13d. 15th is a plus 14d. 16th is a plus 15d. That is 375. So you will get 3a plus 42d is 375. So when you divide it by 3, we get a plus 14d is 125. So from that, sum of the last 3 terms. So that is one equation. So a plus 14d is 125 is one equation. From this data, the sum of the middle 3 terms is 375. Another one more data is given in the same question, that the sum of the last 3 terms is 531. So which are the last 3 terms? 29, 28 and 27. So those 3 terms add up to 531. So a plus 26d, a plus 27d and a plus 28d adds up to 531. So you have 3a plus 81d is 531. So when you divide this equation by 3, you will get a plus 27d is 177. So now these two equations you can solve. A has the same coefficient 1. So eliminating A, you will get equation 2 minus equation 1 gives you 13d is 52, or d is equal to 4. So once you have found d, you can substitute it in any equation. That is, you can substitute d's value is equal to 4 in this equation and get a is 125 minus 56, that is 69. So the first term a is 69. So a29, you are asked what is the last, you are asked to write the sequence. That means you are asked to write the AP. So when you write the AP, you will not only write the first term you had found, it is 69, then there will be a difference of 4. So 69, 73, 77, but since here it is very clearly told that you have 29 terms. So since it is very clearly told that there are 29 terms, you have to find what is the 29th or the last term also. So the 29 term is a plus 28d, so that will give you 181. So the last term also has to be written. If you don't write what is the last term, you will lose marks. So when an AP is asked, besides the first three terms, the last term also must be written if we know the total number of terms in the AP. If we never knew that there is 29 terms, then obviously you can't write what is the last term. So now in the 10th question, mark it very important. In this question you are given that the sum of n terms is given by this expression. This is not a standard formula. This is just for this sum. They have told that Sn is half 3n squared plus 7n. This is given for this particular sum. So we have to find the first and the second term and the common difference using this formula by substituting n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, that way. So first we will see sum of one term. That means the first term only. Sum of one term means obviously it is the first term. So sum of one term, when we substitute n is 1, we get 5. That means a or sum of one term is 5. The sum of one term means obviously it is the first term itself, it is 5. Then next you find sum of two terms. When you substitute n is equal to 2. So when n is equal to 2, you substitute that, you will get S2 is equal to 13. So sum of two terms is 13. What is the sum of two terms? It is the first term plus the second term. So that adds up to 13. So that means A5 plus A2 is equal to 13. The first term is 5 plus the second term is equal to 13. So second term will be 13 minus 5, that is 8. So the second term is 8. So the difference between the two terms, second minus first term, will be 8 minus 5, that is 3. So the difference is 3. So that means an is a plus n minus 1b. An is, you are asked to find the equation for, general equation for the nth term. So this is the general equation. In that you will substitute your value you got for a, that is 5, and the value you got for d, that is 3. So you get an is 5 plus, when you open the bracket, 3n minus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 plus 3n. So an is given by the formula 2 plus 3n. So they have also asked you to find the 20th term. So when you substitute what is n is equal to 20, you will get 62. That means the 20th term is 62. Mark this sum is important. If you don't practice this, you will tend to forget such things. So please mark it. We will continue. Now in the next question, you are given that the 16th term is 5 times the third term. So we have an expression for that. The 16th term using the formula a is a plus n minus 1d. You can write a plus 15d is 5 times a plus 2d. From that, when you simplify, you get a is 5 by 4d. So this is one expression that you have got. You are also given that the 10th term is 41. So 10th term means a plus 9d is 41. So 5 by 4d plus 9d is 41. So why did I write 5 by 4d? Because a is equal to 5 by 4d. That is, we have substituted the value of a from equation 1. So simplifying that, that is by taking the LCM, you get 41d is 164, or d is 164 upon 41. So this is 164 divided by 41, which is 4. So d is 4 and a is 5 by 4 times d. So 5 by 4 times 4, which is 5. A is 5 and d is 4. So you have got d 4 and a 5. So now it is very simple to find the sum of the 15 terms. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, where n is 15, a is 5 and d is 4. When you substitute, you get the sum of all the 15 terms is 495. That's how you will solve sum number 12. Now the remaining sums, that is, there are some 5 sums remaining in classwork. and some of the homework sums which I know sometimes students find it tough, all those sums, we will be doing a Zoom session for only arithmetic progression. So with all the batches I will be doing that separately. So in that you will be doing the remaining sums, but before that you learn these 11 sums and the first video which was already sent to you. Bye students, we will meet when we do the Zoom session for AP.